It's your boy, MC Shadow, back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and are subscribed to the channel. It's free. It don't cost anything. You'll help my channel get into the algorithm. I'd highly appreciate it. Don't forget to check out my second channel, Man in Society, M.O.D, where we talk about stuff outside of the streets. Now, what I wanted to talk about was actually my reaction, I guess you could say, or my point of view from a video that Dubs did. Dubs being a YouTuber, content creator. You can check out his, YouTube channel. I think he has two. I think they're both Dubs. Where he talks about, his life experiences and etc. Right? And he actually put out a video talking about Chicano rap, right? And when people should let go, or when you're too old, or his point of view overall on the success portion of the music. And it was a good topic. Now I'm coming to give my take on what he said. I respect his opinion, obviously, but I just have mine, right? Am I nowhere here to try to, create some kind of controversy or whatever? Just giving my point of view. He was talking about, he gave examples, right? Like, Kid Frost and Conejo, right? Who Kid Frost, has been rapping for so long, but really didn't do much, while Conejo, opened a bunch of avenues up for himself, right? And necessarily, that's not true. The Conejo part, him opening avenues for himself, but meaning the Kid Frost, because he said that, what does he have, a few car shows and stuff like that. But that's not actually true. Now, see, I'm no one to come and defend Kid Frost, you know what I mean? Especially, from my personal experiences with the individual, I'm not too fond of him. So I'm not one to come and defend him, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I got to tell you how it is. The individual, has a lot of success, right? He has a few businesses, right? He has his own, pot dispensaries, marijuana, branding. He has, merchandise, his own, what is it? His own distribution. He has a few businesses, right? To him, right? But Kid Frost is not someone who's out in the open, about all his stuff, right? So not that many people have this knowledge, right? Unless you really, dive into the whole music and the lore behind things, that people will know this, kind of stuff, right? But the average consumer really doesn't really know. But yeah, he has businesses, and so he actually built himself quite an empire for himself. You know what I mean? He lives well, let's just say. So he actually did that. You know what I mean? For a while already. But like I said, not that many people are aware of that information. So he actually did have success. It's just not out in the open like Conejo, right? Now, when it comes to the rapping portion of it, right, he said that how the raza needs to switch up the way we rap to adapt to, nowadays and etc. Although I partially do agree with that, you know what I mean? I don't necessarily agree with it fully. And here's why. Rap is an art, right? It's our, because I do music, and I have dissect music. I love music. I do music. I have people that do music around me all the time, right? So when it comes to rapping, it's an art, right? It's a passion. It's a hobby. It's what we like to do, right? We pour our emotions. It's a great way of therapy as well. You know what I mean? See, the best way I could put it is like this. I had a homie, right? And the homie, he went to school, right, to become an eye doctor, whatever, and he had a good job, right, at Holy Cross right there in Mission Hills. Silmar, Mission Hills, whatever. So he was an eye doctor making good money, right? But he hated his job. He said it was whack, it was boring. He really didn't like what he was doing, right? So he ended up leaving his job and becoming he ended up leaving his job and becoming a barber. And now people are like, "Well, why would he do that? Why would he take less money, um, you know, and become a barber instead of getting his guap, doing what he went to school for?" But that's the thing. He loved to cut hair. He loved to be a barber. It's what he liked to do. It's what his passion was, right? So although the other one paid more, he was miserable. This, he's actually happy, and his family supported him because his family, at the end of the day, prefers to see, their loved one happy than, money, because money is not everything in this world, right? We have to learn how to, you know, what you want to prioritize, right, in your life, right? Like, um, would you rather choose money above it all, Um, and life is more than just financial means or materialistic things. You know Depending, like I said, where people choose to put their priorities. um I mean, he's still making money, just not as much, but he's happy. And at the end of the day, like, that's all that matters. um and same with the rapping, right? An individual, some of the best ones, quotes that I could put, and many rappers have came out and said this, and I feel the same way about this too, is that they ask the rappers, um, "What's your favorite song?" Right, and then they'll say the song, like, "Oh, I love this song and this song," wooty woo, and the song didn't do so good, right? Not that many people dig it, right? But that's their favorite jam that they have ever did, and their least favorite song that they have ever did is the one that everybody likes, right? A few, Eminem, Mr. Shadow, Kodak Black, a few rappers have came out, Nipsey Hussle have came out and said this, right? Where it's like, man, I can't believe it, people like that song and I actually don't even like that song. And I'm the same way. There's some songs that I do that are, I feel like, are whack, and that's the one that people dig, and the one that I actually put my effort and time into, people really don't dig. And same with albums, right? There's certain albums that rappers like, but people just didn't dig, and then the album that everyone gravitated to is the rapper's least favorite album. Um, and that's how we are. We know, we have to cater to the audience, but at the same time, this is an art form, right? This is our craft. So we're gonna want to do, and spit what we want to spit, right? um, like I said, there's no age limit to rap. Rap in itself is, like I said, is what people like to do. It's not a job. It's people want to spit, and because they just love the rapping about it. They just love the whole lore behind it, and to do it. It's not always about, like, oh, it's like a job and stuff like that. Like, once you really have to force yourself to do the albums and stuff like that, like you see it like a job, then that's probably the time is to probably to retire, because you no longer you know like what you do. You get what I'm saying? Um, the joy was sucked out of it. And that's what happens with a lot of people when they sign to companies. Companies, want certain amount of albums for a certain amount of time period, and they get to dictate what you can say, what you can't say. Many people don't know this part about the rapping thing. They get to dictate what you could rap about, what you can rap about, what you can say, what you could say. If they want you to change this, they want you to change that, do this, do that. When you sign to a company, that's what happens. You are no longer in charge of your stuff. They are in charge. Kind of like a movie. A director brings in the script. The studios go in there and they start changing all this and that. You see it with directors leaving and quitting because the studios came in and started doing shit their way, and the director's like, screw this, because now it feels like it's not even my movie no more. That's what happens when you sign to these companies and stuff like that. They start doing that. I have been offered, contracts, and I'm not dumb. I actually read them shits, and I see, all this and that, and it's like, nah, bro, you're not gonna dictate what I could rap about and what I can't rap about. I don't give a damn how much money is on the table. To some people, there's things that mean more, to us. You know, like my freedom of speech, the right for me to say and express what I want to say and how I want to express myself in these rap songs. To rap about what I want to rap about. You know what I mean? because this is my passion. You know what I mean? Once I start, putting myself second and whatever, then then the whole purpose of rapping, it just ceases to exist for me. You know what I mean? Um, when you start doing that, um, see, people rap, and then the financial means comes with it. You know what I mean? It goes with the flow. Um, you know what I mean? Like if they accept them, they accept them the way that they are. If they don't, then they don't. Like I said, it's so much that the stigma that's behind the raza rap, right? You know, people are followers, right? So people tend to just repeat what the next man says without actually giving the music a chance or actually even hearing it out. They just repeat what others have been saying, for a while. That it sucks, that it's whack, and it's this, and it's that. When if you hear the Chicano rap, it's just as good as any other form of music out there. There is no difference. I do rap reactions on my channel. People can't tell me that there's a difference in the music. There isn't. But people are going to want to hear what they want to hear and see what they want to see. You know, the basics of psychology. So if people already have a type of, how can I say, a type of mind state of how they view these individuals, then that's what they're going to be seeing and hearing without actually really giving it a chance, because they're already going with their minds made up. And that's what holds down the raza when it comes to rap, that people already have their minds made up that they don't even give the music a chance. People want to criticize, oh, it's whack, it's lame, nah. And they have you heard the song? No, then how do you know that it's whack? Can't say something is whack if you never heard it, bro. Oh, no, I heard enough Chicano rap. Oh, so just because you heard a few of those rap, oh, so those rappers are just like these rappers? You can't judge an individual without actually, hearing and giving the individual a chance. That's ignorance to do that. But when it comes to rap, like I said, it's like a passion, right? It's an art form. It's how individuals like to express themselves. And that's why some people, just choose, because there's a lot of talented individuals who have chose not to, go the way that people may, or maybe they themselves would choose. But that's because they just rather not be stuck in the mix of all that, even though, yeah, you'll get, financial means by it or whatever. But at what price, though? At what cost? What's more important, though? Like for me, it's always been loyalty over royalties, but not everyone's the same. And, like I said, so everyone meets their own. But overall, I just think, giving my personal opinion on the matter when it comes to that, that rap it has no age limit, because it's a passion. It's what people like to do. It's their way of expressing themselves. And like I said, some people will dig some stuff, some people won't dig some stuff. It comes with the territory. You know what I mean? It comes with the turf. And like I said, some people have made success out of it and just rolled off into the night, started their own businesses and stuff like that. Some people are, out for it about it. Some people are not. But yeah, there's been a lot of Chicano rappers that have, found success and made success out of their, what they had. It's just sad that it doesn't get covered and spoken about, because anything that's Raza related, like I said, it really isn't spoken about all that much. And when people do decide to speak on it, people are like, why are you talking about that whack shit for? Like I said, you know what I mean? Judging already without even giving it a chance. But overall, that's just my opinion and my overall point of view when it came to the subject and topic. But what do you guys think? Leave your opinions in the comments, and shut we out.